Earfun. Man, I love this company. An underdog that just keeps out pumping earbuds. This Earfun Free Pro 2 is $80 and it's all about that fun in your ears. Goedendag, we're DHRME. Dank headphone review making enterprise.
Let's start with comfort. The nozzles of these buds are oval shaped, which means aligning the buds correctly is critical for comfort. And these buds are fairly comfortable. We are silicone men, and with the wings and the tips in the box, we were able to find a good fit, although the right one kept falling off now and again. Your mileage, of course, may vary. The oval transducer at the end of the buds is a little bit on the bigger side, so after a couple of hours of use, we started feeling it in our ears. Not pain, mind you, but there's definitely a discomfort there. While we don't recommend it, we think that if you're one of those who goes to sleep with buds in their ears, this might be one of the best designs out there. The flat shape makes it that the buds don't get pushed too hard into the ears, and the touch surface doesn't really get activated with cloth since it's capacitive. Just make sure that your hands are not under your head as you sleep.
We've been critical on Earfun in the past about their design, but gone are the days of really plasticky plastic. Earfun claims to use an aluminium alloy in this case, and it looks really nice and solid. Even when I tap it, for example, it sounds plasticky. But hey, the nice black on metallic black action is one of the coolest looking cases we've seen. It feels solid, and I could definitely see James Bond taking this out of his pocket and converting it to a gun or something. I'm not sure what James Bond does. Not really into that ecosystem. The size is also perfect, very short and slim, which means it looks like a pleasant bulge in your pocket and would fit in most jeans coin pockets, maybe even my pockets.
Earfun doesn't believe in apps or doesn't have the budget for it. Either way, you're gonna have to touch these buds to make him do what you want. Thankfully, the controls are fairly complete. Touch controls work well, controls for ANC, pausing and playing music are very reliable. In terms of battery life, these get about 6 hours with ANC and 24 hours from the case. They're also IPX5, so good for workouts, and the 4 sizes of tips and 3 sizes of wings are a nice addition in the box. And like most Earfun products, these also come with wireless charging. About that ANC, well, we did a full breakdown of all buds in this video, but this is the TLDR. They're okay, a bit better than the previous generation, and the same with transparency. Improved but still below average compared to many buds we've tested, and a bit worse than the Earfun Air Pro 2, but the quality of the transparency is very good. In terms of quantity, it doesn't give you superhuman hearing like the Galaxy Buds Pro, and while there's definitely white noise, it's a bit lower than the Sennheiser CX Plus, for example, and that makes it quite pleasant to use even in normal, quiet situations. Overall, these buds sound enjoyable, volume is decent. Unlike the Air Pro 2, which take the diametrically opposite approach, these buds go the way of the Free Pro and go for a very fun sound signature, and they've really turned up the V shape on this one. Overall, the bass is very present, even though it's slightly woolly, and the difference between the sub bass and bass sometimes gets blurred. Instrument separation is average, and there's some slight sibilance, especially when singers or speakers say S's. Not as much to hurt the ears, but still noticeable. Timbres sound alright, with violins sounding slightly thin sometimes and distorted guitars also getting a little veiled due to the woolly bass. The soundstage is not very wide, imaging is okay and is mainly kind of horizontal. There's not much of a 3D image being created in your head. And while all we've said is basically the cons, none of them is so bad at this price as for me to call these buds bad sounding buds. On the go for casual listening, these sound fine while I'm not nitpicking. Something like Dua Lipa's No Love is fun to listen to with that bass guitar really thumping throughout the song. There are no obvious problems with the sound signature, and that's a very good thing because these buds have no app.
While there's no sound customization possible in the app, we also low-key love that Earfun comes with no app and you have all the controls you could ever want on the buds themselves. And while the lack of app means no privacy nightmares, it also means a lack of customization. Earfun also offers a low latency mode of less than 80 milliseconds, and single bud use comes standard. There's no multi-device, you have to disconnect from the first device to connect to the second. In terms of phone calls, they're alright in quiet conditions, but they're not quite usable in noisy conditions. We found that it couldn't distinguish between background noise and voice. They're reasonable in windy conditions, and there's some aggressive noise reduction. But thanks for asking. Here are some call samples.
Sennheiser CX Plus True Wireless.
quiet conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Earfun Free Pro 2, quiet conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Edifier Neobuds Pro, quiet conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Cafe conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Cafe conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Cafe sounds. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Windy conditions. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3.
So, should you buy the Earfun Free Pro 2? I'm a bit bored. Let's do a rhyme. Okay, let's see. It's got a really nice case, comfort and fit. ANC is okay, transparency is better by a bit. They sound like a lot of fun, and that's a good thing, especially since there's no app you're getting. At this price, should you buy them? Sure. As long as you don't make too many calls and don't look for sound like sure. Sorry, our rhymes are lazy. We've been DHRME. Namaste.